A relief pitcher named Monty plays for the Hackenack Bulls, a minor league team that isn't very popular because they don't play well. Their field even has train tracks, forcing them to pause the game every time a train passes. One day, Monty tells his best friend and catcher, Spike, that a man in the audience has been taking pictures of him. His name is Donaldo, and he has done this for the last 3 games, so Monty thinks he may soon be recruited to the big league. Spike, however, thinks Monty is hoping for too much. The Bulls miraculously win the game, and the team goes to a bar to celebrate. Monty and Spike find 2 women who enjoyed the game and flirt with them, intending to take them home. Outside, Donaldo calls his boss to report Monty's movements. It turns out he's been following him for days. At that moment, the women's boyfriends arrive and become furious when they find them with Monty and Spike. An argument breaks out and part of the crowd leaves, sensing trouble. A woman even calls the police in advance. As expected, the boyfriends and the baseball players get into a fight, throwing punches left and right. Some people watch for entertainment, while others join in. Fighters are thrown onto tables and chairs are used as weapons. The next morning, Monty and Spike are still in jail for the fight. Their coach, Charlie, informs them that the team's administration won't pay their bail. The duo worries about missing the last game of the season, but Charlie explains that the higher-ups don't care about them anymore. They plan to hire younger players to renew the team. Charlie points out that Monty played for 15 years, more than most people, so he should be grateful. A few hours later, Monty and Spike are taken to court, where they are charged with multiple offenses, including assault and destruction of property. The 2 swear they are innocent and even argue with the judge, who becomes annoyed and sets bail at $3,000. Since they don't have the money, they are about to be sent back to their cell when Donaldo interrupts. He explains he represents an anonymous party willing to pay the bail and fines as long as they plead guilty. Monty, still believing Donaldo is a scout, happily accepts the deal. Donaldo then takes the duo to New York. Spike panics when they enter a corporate building, thinking Donaldo is an undercover cop. Donaldo clarifies that he works for a law firm. Monty is taken to see the lawyers in private. They represent his great-uncle Robert, who had a family dispute in the 1930s, disappeared, and later became one of the richest men in the country. Since Robert died last month, Monty is now the sole living heir. The will comes with special conditions. The lawyers play a recording from Robert, who Monty is shocked to see is white. Robert explains that Monty's father had 2 wives, 1 white and 1 black. He expresses disappointment at Monty for being a failure and shares how his own father punished him as a child, vowing to make Monty similarly endure. Monty must complete a challenge to inherit the fortune. Spend $30 million in 30 days under strict rules. He cannot own assets after the 30 days except the clothes on his back, cannot destroy purchases, can give only 5% to charity, 5% to gambling, cannot buy gifts, and must hire anyone he wants but get value for their services. He also cannot disclose the challenge to anyone, or he is instantly disqualified. He can opt for $1 million immediately instead. Despite the difficulty, Monty decides to accept the challenge. An employee named Angela will track his expenses to ensure he doesn't cheat. Oh God, I want this difficulty as well. On his way out, he only tells Spike that he inherited $30 million and hires Donaldo as his personal photographer. They go to the bank to confirm the money is real, and Monty immediately withdraws $3 million in cash. The bank manager offers services to earn interest, but Monty requests an account with no interest, upsetting Angela, who doesn't know the full story. Monty also asks the security guard how much he earns and offers him a much bigger salary to become his personal bodyguard. In fact, he ends up hiring the entire security team to follow him around since he will be carrying large sums of money. Spike is concerned about Monty's spending, but Monty assures him he has a plan. Monty calls Charlie and tells him he's going to rent the team, promising new uniforms, a better bus, and higher salaries. Charlie doesn't believe him and hangs up. Then Monty stops a random cab and hires the driver as his personal chauffeur for the month. Angela points out he could hire a whole fleet of limousines, so Monty tells the driver to do just that. A crowd is already gathering, so he invites them all to lunch. They go to a fancy restaurant and buy the most expensive wine. They also have the musicians play upbeat songs instead of classical music. During the meal, Monty flirts with Angela, who reveals she has a fiancé. He's a lawyer involved in many charities, so he rarely has time for Angela. When Monty asks to meet him and offers to pay, Angela says some things cannot be bought, although money can buy everything. Just kidding. News of an eccentric millionaire wandering the city quickly spreads. At a hotel, reporters are waiting. Monty announces plans to hire lots of people and names Spike vice president. And that, my friends, is the life. Inside, the manager says the top floors are reserved, but changes his mind when Monty offers 10 times the price. The group takes the rooms, and Monty and Spike rent nice suits. In the evening, Angela's fiancé, Warren, comes to pick her up. Monty donates to charity and wants to hire Warren as a decorator with a generous salary. Warren accepts immediately, shocking Angela, who cannot believe he can be bought so easily. The next morning, Warren asks his law firm for 1 month off. They agree only if he secretly monitors Monty. Meanwhile, Monty fills his office with hundreds of new hires, including an impersonator. Warren calls his ex-wife, Marilyn, a professional decorator, angering Angela. Monty tries to get her attention, and Warren slips into paint buckets. Marilyn has many ideas, and Monty funds them all. A man asks Monty for $3 million to transport an iceberg to Africa. Monty approves, ignoring Spike and Angela's concerns. He also hires someone to bet 5% of the money on horses in sports. At that moment, Charlie calls, and Monty pays for his team to play the Yankees, sending helicopters to pick up players. Outside the stadium, Monty welcomes his friends with new uniforms and rented pennants. Lawyers watch, wondering if they underestimated him. Afterwards, Monty trains with the team as news covers the upcoming game. That evening, he brings a woman to the hotel, but Angela calls about something urgent, and Monty sends the woman away. Spike and Angela bring a financial advisor, but Monty hires him on a salary instead of commission and ignores advice. Spike suggests investing in jewelry or stamps. Monty rushes to a collector's shop and buys the most expensive stamp. The next morning, lawyers laugh at the news, thinking he bought an asset, then receive a postcard sent on the stamp, angering them. They ask Warren to create an accounting error for a reward. Later, Monty learns his iceberg stock has tripled, but he tells employees to sell. The gambler also wins all bets, so Monty tells Angela to donate everything to charity. Marilyn finishes decorating, but Monty requests more. Since Warren helps her, Angela agrees to have lunch with Monty, impressed by his generosity. Afterward, a man accidentally hits their car. Monty insists on taking him to the hospital and even pays alimony for his ex-wives. Angela freaks out publicly, while Warren watches and Marilyn doubts Angela's suitability. During dinner, Warren confronts Angela about her closeness to Monty, angering her. On the news, Monty buys 5 cases of 114-year-old wine at auction and opens the bottles at a public reception to share with everyone. Sometime later, Spike and the financial advisor announce they made investments behind Monty's back, earning $10 million. Monty freaks out, leaving the others wondering what's wrong with him. After all, who doesn't want extra cash? They're interrupted by Warren, who asks for $20,000 as a deposit on some furniture they'll rent. Monty gives him the money and sends everyone away for some privacy. When Monty turns on the TV, he learns candidates for the next mayoral elections have been spending scandalous amounts. Monty decides to become a candidate and spend all the money on his own campaign. Angela thinks he must feel guilty about having so much money and is finally using it to help society. During a conference, Monty tells reporters people shouldn't vote for any candidates, not even him. Later, he appears on TV saying all candidates are corrupt and only idiots would vote for them. He broadcasts his ads in all states, even if some New Yorkers are on vacation. His honesty about politicians' corruption makes him extremely popular. Angela continues to monitor expenses and worries because the money is almost gone. The other 2 candidates meet secretly and agree they must do something about Monty, who continues insulting them on national TV. They sue him for emotional damage, and Monty happily pays a $4 million fine. Eventually, the day of the big game arrives. Monty gives a pep talk, assuring his team they can defeat the Yankees. Before the match starts, a train goes through the field with more ads for Monty's campaign. Monty is the first pitcher, and a teammate catches the ball, taking out the first Yankee. When another batter steps up, Spike taunts him and insults his wife. The batter gets angry and almost starts a fight. He's kicked out. Meanwhile, Warren is at the furniture store, returning all he rented, recovering the deposit. Although the Bulls start the game fairly, the Yankees soon take the lead. After a big home run, Charlie changes pitchers and tells Monty he did well, reminding him these are the Yankees, so scoring a few points is still praiseworthy. Monty, still sad, goes to the changing room to sulk. A Wills executive informs him that if he wins the election, he'll receive a salary, which counts as an asset. The game ends with the Yankees winning, and Monty congratulates them. He explains anyone with money can buy an election, but becoming a professional athlete takes effort. Monty withdraws from the election, noting he didn't expect to win and that everyone missed the point. With little money left, he decides to throw a party and invites everyone. That night, Angela closes the books at zero. Monty comes to pick her up for the party, but she wants nothing to do with him. She's disgusted by how he wasted money on meaningless things. She rushes out, not hearing Monty say, "I love you." At the party, Spike and the security guard check Donaldo's pockets and discover he's been stealing money. All of Monty's employees feel bad he's broke and gather money to help, but he declines and Donaldo takes his cash back. The next day, Monty wakes in bed with a killer hangover. The hotel manager reminds him it's time to check out, and employees from various services are removing all he rented, including his nice clothes. After putting on his old uniform, Monty checks Marilyn's decorated room and approves it before everything is taken away. On his way out, Dorman tells Monty he voted for nobody, just like Monty asked. That night, the city is shocked to learn nobody won the election because everyone followed Monty's advice. With only 5 minutes left before midnight, Monty goes to the lawyer's office. In the elevator, he's approached by Warren, who returns the deposit. Frustrated, Monty screams and tells the lawyers he gives up and is ready to sign the papers to end the challenge. Angela observes Warren through the window, wondering what is happening. Since Monty thinks it's over, Warren tells her everything. A furious Angela takes the ticket and rushes into the office to reveal the trap. She wants to slap Warren, but Monty stops her and punches him. Warren threatens to sue, so Monty hires Angela as his lawyer, paying her with the deposit. As the clock strikes 12, Angela quickly makes a receipt for her service, leaving Monty broke at the last second. The Will's executive announces Monty has won the challenge and the fortune is his. He also states the lawyers will be investigated for fraud. Monty celebrates and leaves with Angela, ready to start a new life. Like and subscribe for more recaps like this.